I'm just sick about the recent murders and crimes that we've had happen in our city.
There's concern there that we just never had. We've always been such a tight community.
I think we're all very worried about just being one bad case away from the Ferguson matter.
This election is really crucial because we can't afford to go backwards.
Now more than ever, we need a state's attorney with strong experience.
Gary, more than anything else, is a good person.
He's very concerned about our community.
Grew up here, grew up in the north end of town.
His family roots, I think he understands the county and understands the uniqueness of this area.
He is a native. He was born and raised here in Quincy and Adams County, and he's worked in the state's attorney's office for over 20 years.
Adams County is very fortunate to have a man like that.
I think Gary is more qualified than any other state's attorney in the last 40 years when they initially ran.
He is by far and away the most qualified person to carry that forward.
Gary has been the first assistant for nearly 12 years.
There's no better preparation for the job than having served as a first assistant and been in the office for 20 years.
He's prosecuted thousands of cases over the years.
He did traffic cases, he tried the DUIs, he's tried drug cases, he's tried assault cases, he's tried aggravated batteries, he's tried burglaries.
He's tried murder cases, he's handled criminal sexual assault cases, property crimes, and just about every drug offense you can think of.
A lot of the violent crime that we're seeing is drug related in some fashion.
He's probably prosecuted more drug cases than any other state's attorney in Western Illinois.
I was running the DEA task force out of Springfield when we started seeing methamphetamine develop over on the western side of the state, including Adams County.
I had a terrible problem with crack cocaine coming into the region that time, and he really took the forefront in battling that problem.
And Gary was the lead prosecutor of those cases.
We need proven experience handling violent crimes in this area.
For the 20 years that Gary has been in the state's attorney's office, I was on the bench as the judge, and he appeared in front of me countless times.
When I was with DEA, we covered 36 counties. Okay, so we worked with 36 different prosecutors, and Gary would rank up there in the top 1 or 2.
I was state's attorney from 1995 through 2004. During that time, Gary covered virtually every aspect of the job.
I think it's also important to note that Gary is not afraid to go to trial.
Those types of cases we don't like to see plea bargained away, okay, because it has such an impact in the community.
And he was always prepared. He had an ease in front of the jury. He was able to relate to the members of the jury, gain their confidence. He was very competent.
And I've worked with hundreds of prosecutors over my career, all over this country, from New York City to Anchorage, Alaska. And I'll tell you, Gary stacks up there right with the best of the best.
All the more reason we need someone like Gary Farha who has that experience.
Protecting our community and our children has been a very important aspect.
We need real experience to handle the violent crimes that we're experiencing in our area.
Gary has been proven to be tough on crime.
Gary's tough when he has to be. Gary will draw a line in the sand when the cases require it. But at the same time, he recognizes that each person is an individual.
Gary was able to calm the situation and bring people to the table and cross party lines, even to get people to discuss their differences and try to come up with remedies.
You have to be an honest person, and people have to believe in you.
He's a humble but yet very passionate person, and I like that about him.
Really, when you get right down to it, experience really matters.
The position of state's attorney is not one where you can learn on the job. You have to be able to hit the ground running day one. And Gary Farha is the only candidate who's in the position to do that.
Experience matters in the state's attorney's race.
Experience matters.
He's the right person for the job.